Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? I go by RB, and this is Philly Take with RB. You guys know what to do, man. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know. Hey, give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys can hear me and everything. What's going on, everybody? We just saw the Philadelphia 76ers take down the Washington Wizards on opening night by a final score of 113 to 107. Philadelphia 76ers win the first regular season game of the Doc Rivers era, and it was not pretty throughout. There are still a lot of things that need to be worked on, but what else do we expect? This team, the grit, the toughness, and winning a tight game, man. Winning a tight game. There were a lot of good things as well to talk about, and we're going to talk about it. But my biggest takeaway, my first honest instant reaction is that this Sixers team did what it took in the final minutes of a game, making stops, stopping the star power, and really just heating it up and getting it to our best players to win this game. My gosh, the Sixers moved to 1-0 in the season. Again, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Sixers Post-Game Live. We just had almost 1,000 people in the chat just a few minutes ago. So what's going on, everybody? Man, there are some things that we did not do well. We came out in the third quarter. We only had 15 points in the third. We didn't even score until halfway through the third quarter. I'm very disappointed in Tobias Harris, how he played. Ben Simmons stopped being aggressive, but the likes of Joel Embiid, for Joel Embiid to continue to work hard, continue to pound, and this man put the team on his back. I'm not exactly sure because the game just ended. I think he had like 16 or 18 in the fourth quarter. He was going, attacking. They stopped double teaming him. And even when they started again, Joel Embiid was finding his spot. And then Ben Simmons on the defensive side of the ball started to pick up. Shake Milton, this bench, that is one of my biggest takeaways of this game. This bench, both units for this team. I mean, it's crazy, man. This is finally what we needed and what we have, which is a balanced Sixers team. We finally have a balanced Sixers team. The first unit, the second unit, Tyrese Maxey, 6 off the bench, Shake Milton, 19 off the bench, Korkmaz, 11 off the bench. This is what we need, man. This is what we've been waiting for, and I'm so happy. I'm really so happy. Joel Embiid finishes this game with 29 points. Seth Curry, 13 points. Ben Simmons, 16. Tobias had 10, so we had 4 starters in double figures. But my gosh, man. Crazy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Sixers Post Game Live. Everybody coming in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Shout out to everybody, the members, the mods. Shout out to everybody. We're going to read your guys' comments in just a few minutes. But, man, when I look at this game, the Sixers ended up shooting, 28% from three-point range. And the Wizards shot 48%. For us to shoot that much worse from outside, for our pick-and-roll defense to be as bad as it was, and for us to still find a way to come, and obviously the Wizards were playing hard. They were trying to get on us. But near the end of the game, Dwight Howard getting all up on Russ, Joel Embiid trying to rattle these guys. There were some texts. There were some elbows thrown. The refs were atrocious, and they would not be the reason why we won or lost this game, but the refs were bad. They were bad. But my gosh, the Sixers come out and the grit and the toughness, and for the Sixers to win this game, and we finally take down Russell Westbrook. Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, we finally took down Russ. Thank you. Oh, man. This one's pretty sweet. 8 blocks in this game. More rebounds. Both teams' free throw percentage were terrible. But overall, this team, we led at one point by 13. First, the Wizards came out, went up to like a 10-point lead. The Sixers come back. They fire back. And take a big lead in the second quarter. We're like, yeah, this is the team. We're rocking, we're rolling. The second unit providing the spark that they did. And then the Sixers, as we saw the last couple of years, they just took a step back, took their foot off the gas pedal, and did what they had to, man. They like always, like the Sixers love to do, they just took their foot off the gas pedal, and it's like, my gosh. It's my gosh. And we're getting vibes from last year's team. We're like, come on. Come on, Sixers, step it up. But what do? Fourth quarter, they get the big stops. And Shake Milton, I was so pissed off with, I think, 3 or 4 minutes left. Shake Milton goes ahead and goes to the line, misses 2 free throws. Tobias Harris misses 2 corner threes, wide open threes. And then Tobias Harris misses, after Shake Milton misses the 2 layups, Tobias Harris gets the ball and tries to throw it up one-handed and misses. That's not what you need from a max player. Tobias Harris started this game out 3 for 3, and he finished 3 for 13. He missed his next 10 shots. That can't happen going forward. Hopefully, this isn't a consistent thing. But Joel Embiid, 29 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Ben Simmons, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. And Bradley Beal didn't. Oh, he did go over 30. I thought he had 29. He had 31. But in the biggest shot of the game, we pushed the ball away from Bradley Beal. Thomas Bryant had an open 3 and he missed. And that's what I'm loving. Again, shout out to all the members. Shout out to everybody in the chat. What's going on? The Sixers get a win, 113-107. And again, my biggest takeaway is that we are a balanced team. This is a balanced unit. And I think no matter where it comes from, no matter where the firepower comes from, this team showed one thing that I'm at least looking for this season, and that is that they won a close game. They won. They were gritty, and they did what they had to. What's going on, everybody? Oh, yeah, Danny Green and Seth Curry, they got to play much better. They did not play well at all. I wouldn't have minded having Maxey and Milton in there. It took a little while for them to come in the third, but Shake Milton was on his stuff. Shake Milton was unbelievable. Plus 33, even though that doesn't mean much. 19 points, 3 assists, a rebound, and 3 steals for Shake. And that's one thing I noticed. Even though he had a great game scoring, Shake Milton was excellent on the defensive side of the ball. He was being asked to guard Bradley Beal. He was being asked to guard some of these other boys, and he was keeping in front. I'm excited, man. I'm excited about what Shake brings to the table, and Tyrese Maxey as well. And Dwight Howard did his thing as the anchor down below. Woo! Bradley Beal, 31 points, Westbrook, 21, and Bertans had 14, hit 3 threes, and then it seemed like Bertans disappeared for a while. I don't know if he was not in or what. But man, oh man, Sixers get the win, and that's all I care about. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Sixers Postgame Live. Let's go ahead and read some of these comments. What's up, everybody? Matisse Steibelstein says, we need the Sixers anthem. You already know. Everybody clap your hands, man. Come on. Philly Unite, stand up, baby. Let's go. The boy Josh says, RB, go. Let's go, RB. What's up? What a game for Shake. Shout out to Shake Milton. Great win. I agree. Shout out to Philly Shad up in the building. What's going on? He brings energy and scoring. I agree. Take it back. We need scoring off the bench. Shake is going to be our 6th man. I've been saying forever, this team needs that 6-man guard off the bench, and Doc loves him. And I just think he's going to just keep improving. I think he's just going to keep improving. A dub is a dub. Bad refs. They were terrible. Terrell's good game. RB was waiting for your post-game live. I was watching the Sixers game. Yeah, man, we were on a live play-by-play reaction, which we will be doing every game, and we did a post-game show. Crazy, man. Shake Milton looked fantastic, says Billy Gordon. Fantastic. I agree. And I think Shake's going to fill that 6-man role for us. Shake plus 23, Danny minus 27. I can't put a lot of stock in it, but I'll tell you, Danny Green looked slow and he was not involved. There was a point in a game, really the first half of the third quarter when we did not score. And it's just crazy all the things that went into this game. And for us to actually win this ball game, it just shows me a lot about this team and about where we're going. But my gosh, Shake Milton was the man. Danny Green and really Seth Curry too were not good until late in this game. Now, Seth Curry did hit a couple late shots, hit a nice floater to put us up. But, man, I mean, Shake Milton and Tyrese Maxey held their load off the bench. They really did. Shake Milton played 30 minutes in this game, and I love it. That's really what I see Doc using Shake Milton like Lou Williams was used, to be honest. Shake looked fantastic. Barn 5, what's going on, my guy? The refs were worse than Ish Smith's shooting form. His shooting form was bad. How about Raul Neto? Neto was trying to go toe-to-toe with Furkan Korkmaz. Neto had 10 minutes, 0 for 1 from the floor, 2 points. And the only points he scored was because they gave him this foul. And I'm like, really? Raul Neto? Raul Neto, Brett Brown's long-lost son. Man. Bryant sold him. He really did. It was a wide-open 3, but I would rather him take that shot than Bradley Beal any day of the week, any day. The one place we do got to improve though is defense. Our pick and roll D was bad. I was surprised because early on I saw our defense was just bad out of the gate, and our offense, our pick and rolls were just we were running pick and roll every play. And Ben Simmons and Joe were on it. I mean, Ben shot a 10-foot shot from the elbow, the first shot of the game. I was like, this is what we need. Now, again, Ben kind of disappeared on the offensive side, but his defense maintained. A lot of people were saying trade this team in the third quarter, but man, these guys come back. They outscore the Wizards 40-24, 40 points in the fourth quarter. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Great win, ugly, but we got it done. I agree. And again, we're going to see a lot of these ugly wins, especially early in the season. So I couldn't count how many fouls there were. Yeah, let's go ahead and look that up because, man, the fouls, look, there were some fouls that I even disagreed on from the Wizards side, but there were so many fouls, and the rest did not know what they were doing. They were bad. 25 fouls for the Sixers and 26 for the Wizards. That's crazy, man. 51 fouls in a game. They could not lay off that whistle. Shout out to everybody. We got 106 in here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe, everybody. Shout out to all the new subscribers, members, mods. Everybody smash that thumbs up. Toby is awful. Harris had a bad game. He'll bounce back. I trust he'll do better. He's got to do better because for me, you start off 3 for 3. He started off so hot, and it's like, where does he go? He starts missing shots, missed his last 10 shots of the game. And with the game on the line, when it was tied, he misses, or no, we were down, 2? I think we were down 2, and Toby misses 2. He misses 2 threes wide open. And Shake Milton misses a couple free throws, and he goes up and tries to put it back. It's not smart, Toby. It's not smart at all, Tobias Harris. Not at all, my guy. Look, Toby, I want him to get back up above that 20-point threshold, even if he's averaging above 18, but you cannot live with what he's doing, man. With what he has done. He's got to be better. I thought it was cool by getting a Harris jersey instead of always buying jerseys from star players, but now I regret that. Let's go Sixers. You already know. Too early take Tobias may be in trade packages. Yeah, Philly, if he is even able. Are we ever going to be able to move him? That's the thing. But I want to give him a chance. This is just one game. I'm going to see how he plays. But again, I've been saying this, and the main thing has been, can Tobias play better under Doc? Early in the game, I saw him being decisive, getting to the rack, couple dribbles here and there, and putting it up. But Tobias Harris, like even last year, he would have a 20, 30-point game, and then he would disappear the next night. He cannot be inconsistent. Is Matisse injured? Yes, he actually is injured, and Doc talked about it lately, saying that it's going to take some time for Matisse to get, healthy again. He got hurt in camp, so I'm not really worried about that, to be honest. Tobias Harris is rough. Trade Tobias now. I hear you. Matisse played some minutes. He's not injured. He actually is injured. He got hurt in camp. Not a lot of people knew about it, but he's definitely dealing with something, or Doc would be playing him. He just came in for one defensive possession. I don't think he would just not be playing at all, but that's me. Kid Cloud says, what did I miss? Not much, my guy. Shout out to Kid Cloud and shout out to Aaron Cabbage, 2 of my members. Shake Milton is the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball, and anyone who ever thinks otherwise can fight me. There you go. Shake is Doc's new Lou Will. Look, you guys can go look at my videos. I've been saying this before the season, man. Doc loves that 6-man guard. He loves that wing, and Shake Milton is that dude. And I think even though it's only 3 games, 2 preseason, 1 regular season, and I'm going to give it 10 to 20 games, I think Shake is coming into his own. And that might be a steal of a pick in the second round, man. My problem with Doc is he needs better adjustments. I saw a few adjustments on defense late in the game, but I agree he does need to adjust more. So Rick Bennett says, congrats on having 996 people in the chat that blew your record during the draft. Hey, shout out to Rick and shout out to all 1,000 that were in the chat, man. That was crazy. Shake should start, not be the 6-man. I hear you, but I do think that I do think Doc just likes having that weapon off the bench. So I'm having PTSD from the third quarter. Shake is our future. Did y'all win? Yeah, we won. It was an ugly win. In the third quarter, we went down. It looked like we were out for the count. We were down like 10 points, and we could not get any offense going. But in the fourth quarter, we locked up. We were forcing them into bad shots, and all it took was a couple stops, and we got our momentum back. So I loved it. Rosalind says second unit also very, very good. The second unit, yo, I'm telling you, this team is going to be made. This is, like I said in the play-by-play, this is how you win championships. I'm not saying this is a championship-ready team, but you build deep. You build deep. And Tyrese Maxey's showing us a lot. Shake Milton is the man. Can we talk about Dwight Howard? This man looks like the anchor for a $2 million minimum vet contract. Dwight Howard is the man. I can't even lie. And he got into Russ's head at the end. He was chirping at Russ. And that's the thing, man. That's why I love beating Russ, because he was talking so much. He was chirping, and then he went quiet. I love it. We finally got Russ. We finally got him. We finally got our first Danny Green experience. I hear you. Didn't see the game. Did the Sixers play good, though? Well, we played good at times, but we were miserable at the start of the second half. We didn't score a point in the first half of the third quarter, but it looked like we were down. But the fourth quarter, this team came together. Doc called a few timeouts, drew some things up, and I saw us starting to push them outside. And Bradley Beal is just good. Like I said, I wanted to hold him below 30. He had 31. And Russ had a triple-double, 15 assists. It's just a casual Westbrook game. 9 for 22, nothing crazy. Can't shoot a three. But man, this team is deep, and I was surprised by the Wizards keeping in Robin Lopez so long and Ish Smith so long, because I thought Bertans would get more minutes, and I thought Thomas Bryant would as well. But I don't know what they're doing. That's Scott Brooks for you. But man, Joel Embiid played like the man. Joel Embiid hit about 3 or 4 buckets late that really carried this team. Like they really got this team going, and we didn't look back. So. Doc says it's important to have someone in the dunker spot. Mike was there for stretches as well as Ben. Yeah, Ben had that one play near the end where Russ kind of leaked off of Ben, and we had a free layup. So Sean says to use college lingo, survive and advance. Look, again, this is not going to determine everything. This is not, this is not the end. This is not what we are. It's going to take some time. But what I will say is, for being this early in the stage, for only being together for a couple weeks, the way this team played together was amazing. This team does play together, and I think the only way to go is up, man. I think the only way to go is up. Young Das, what up, RB? Great dub tonight. Let's go, man. I'm just happy to get the win. 1-0. We have some easy games here in the first half of the schedule, which will be good, but I'm telling you, there are going to be a couple that we drop that we don't like. It is what it is. I just didn't want it to be tonight. Because 1, I got the AI jersey on. Number 2, you never want to lose opening night. It just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. There's some things we got to improve on for sure. But overall, this team came up when it mattered most. And we're going to keep talking about it. Shout out to everybody that came out to the play-by-play. We had a ton of people in there. We're going to be doing it every game. And we're going to be doing post games. We're going to be doing live call-ins eventually. A bunch of stuff, man. Let's get this to 100 likes. Everybody smash that like. Hit that subscribe. Shout out to everybody. And let me know if you guys are watching the other games that keep us updated on the scores, because I am not watching. Howell greater than Kobe. Oh, yeah. Howell Neto, man, had 2 big points off a foul he shouldn't have even had. Third quarter was a mess. It was, but for once, it was great to me in the fourth quarter. I think I even said on the stream, it's like, this is just a breath of fresh air, the way that we played at times in this game, because for once I saw spacing and I saw guys playing intense. I don't know. I just saw Joel Embiid going to town, and I do think he should be deeper than where he was most of the night. But I just saw spacing. I saw guys hitting when that one stretch in the second quarter. I don't have the exact numbers, but man, when Shake and Maxey got going, it was special. It really was. So. They came back, no problem. We just played a good team. Look, and I don't think the Wizards are a blowover team. I really don't. I mean, when you have a 9-time All-Star in Westbrook, and then you have Bradley Beal, who's an All-NBA player, man. I mean, it's not going to be easy. But I think the Sixers played well, with that being said. Sean Fitzpatrick says, does anyone agree with me that Seth should really be coming off the bench? Too small a defensive liability. Look, I said it in my video about the lineup predictions. My favorite lineup was actually Shake coming off the starting lineup and Seth on the bench because Seth plays much better off the bench. But then again, I mean, I don't know if we want to teeter with Shake right now. I mean, he's in his rhythm, man. Mitch says it was weird not seeing Thibault on the floor. Shout out to my guy Mitch, man. We're definitely gonna stream one day. But I agree, man. I really just think Thibault's hurt. I think he's still hurt and trying to recover. So we'll see what happens. The refs were staring into space. The refs did not know what they were doing. And it wasn't the determinant factor of the game, but they were bad. They were really bad. That wasn't the Clippers Tobias, and it better not be the Tobias we see every night. I'm telling you that. Wow, Benson is Dwight and Matisse wasting no time putting in post-game work. They are doing some drills post-game. Crazy. Sports Talk with Adam and something says lucky win. I don't know how it's a lucky win. You're lucky the Wizards play better. Well, if they play better, they would have won. So, sorry. I think you're in the wrong chat, buddy. All those Wizards fans were talking smack at the end, and they all dissipated just like Russell Westbrook's jump shot a couple years ago. So, I don't care what anyone says. Tyrese is nice. The thing that pops off the floor about Tyrese to me is that this man finds his rhythm. Like, his stop and go is crazy, and I don't know. It reminds me a bit of De'Aaron Fox, but it's like this man can literally put himself in whatever position he wants to, and his floater is just smooth, man. It's just smooth. I love it. So we went with the 11-man rotation, which is what I predicted. I actually think this is the exact lineup I did predict. I said we would go with probably an 11-man rotation to start. Yeah, and I said Dwight, Scott, Maxey, Milton, and Thibault, and Korkmaz would come off the bench. Yeah, so this is exactly what I predicted, actually. But, hey, shout out to everyone in here. We got 236 in the chat, guys. Hit the like button. Let's get it to 100 likes. Appreciate everybody that's been around all night or just tuning in. Hit that subscribe. Shout out to everyone. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Philadelphia 76ers beat the Wizards 113-107. We moved to 1-0. And how about this, fellas? We didn't even mention it. How about we won a game at home? Let's go, man. Are we going 29-2 again at home? I don't know, but it's always nice to get a win on opening night. Hey, we're going to keep reading these comments and questions. Shout out to everybody, man. Mateo says it's 4 a.m. here, but I had to watch the Sixers get this dub. You already know, man. I see Ben over here at the post-game press conference, eager to hear what he's going to say. Still upset about trading Josh for Seth. Hey, Sean, I think it's going to be all right, my guy. I think Seth's going to take some time, whether he plays in a starting lineup, whether he gets into onto the bench. We'll see what happens, man. Refs made bad calls for both teams. They did. They definitely did. But I feel like it was a little more for the Sixers. But they were just bad all night. Let's see. Why would Thomas Bryant take that shot? I'll tell you why, Sports Talk. It's because Doc Rivers is not Brett Brown. And what I mean by that, if you know, you know. Doc Rivers on that possession, that was one of my favorite plays of the game because Bradley Beal had it at the top, and instead we got on him right away. They've been beating us with that pick and roll all night with Bradley Beal, but we got to Bradley Beal and forced him to push the ball somewhere else. Look, Doc Rivers loves to push the ball away from the stars, and he loves to push shooters out to the perimeter. Now, our pick and roll D was terrible, but in that possession, when Bradley Beal was heating up and he's just that good, I was so happy. And I felt like later in the fourth quarter, we were making the Wizards take shots that they were not comfortable with. Some were just the Wizards taking bad shots early in the shot clock. But I loved it, man. Did you DVR the game so you can rewatch the exploits of Raul Neto? Yeah, Raul Neto tried to put a little shimmy on Furkan Korkmaz. That was my highlight of the night. Philly Insider, what's good? My guy Tobrick was so bad. We're calling him Tobrick now. DC says Dwight Howard. I love Dwight Howard. The energy, and I feel like Dwight just understands the pick and roll. He just understands the game. You know what I mean? Like, I just get that sense about Dwight Howard. He just knows what he's doing. He just knows what he's doing. Hey, shout out to everybody. This is actually the 1-year anniversary of our first YouTube video. This is crazy, man. We gained a bunch of subscribers tonight. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I think we gained 150 subscribers already. So everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I love the win. I would like to see Ben move around with the ball, without the ball more. Yeah, I agree. And there were some guys moving without the ball, but the thing with Ben for me is like he started out so aggressive. Look, 16 points, 7 for 12, 2 for 6 from the line. That cannot happen, Ben. But 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. He was contributing in many ways. Only 4 turnovers. Let me see how many turnovers we had as a team. Oh man. Sixers only had 18 turnovers. I will take that any day of the week. Literally any day of the week, because Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, they were turnover machines last year. And for us not to go above 20 turnovers, I will take that any day of the week. I'll take it any day of the week. I don't know if you guys know how many bench points we had. That would be great. But again, our bench was stellar. They were stellar. Again, there's some areas we got to improve. The pick and roll, free throw shooting, a bunch of stuff. But man, Giannis sold, the Celtics won. We need a free Bill from the poverty franchise holding back by trading Toby and picks. Hey, you bring Bradley Beal here, that's going to be crazy. Shake Milton starts Maxey 6-man. Giannis missed a game-winning free throw. That's crazy. Shake, Maxey, and Dwight, the second unit will be lethal, and that'll be the key to us winning at least 5 to 10 more games, honestly. Superhero 18, what's good, my guy? Says Danny Green should never be seen again. For me, like, Danny Green, the thing that popped out was like, he is slow, man. He looked so slow. I don't understand. Actually, ES, what's up, my guy? What's up? Maxey is dope. Russ is a fraud. Shake and bake. I love it. Should Thibault see the court? I'm telling you guys, I really think Thibault will see more time, but I think he's still hurt. I think he's still bad on something. So just the third quarter is terrible. That's a good point, Mitch. I feel like the Sixers always have trouble in the third, man. I feel like we always have trouble in the third. Let's go ahead and try to get some of these. Man, Toronto, Miami, and Milwaukee lost tonight. Really? I have not looked at the other scores. We were just doing the play-by-play for the Sixers, but man. Shout out to SwimCon. Says, good teams find ways to win in these types of games. 40 points in the fourth is crazy. Comment of the night right here. I'm telling you. Look, we are not going to get an identity of this team, of the Wizards, of the Lakers, any team until we get later in this season. There's just no way possible with 2 months of a break, 2 weeks of training camp. It's just not going to happen. But I'm telling you, when you find ways, what we showed is toughness and resiliency. To be down, to be playing that bad, and to come back and win this game. That shows me that we're going to win in these type of environments. And I'm sorry, I credit it to Doc Rivers. Because they believe, and that is how you get your guys going, man. Look, 40 points in the fourth is crazy. Embiid, put it on the line. This doesn't mean anything. We still got to show more. We got to prove. I think we have some games coming up that could be sleepers that we could lose, but we got to keep showing that we are dominant. We're going to figure ourselves out. I cannot wait. Shout out to all 300 up here in the chat, man. Everybody hit that like button for me. Let's get it to 100. Let's get it to 100 likes, man. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Let's go, man. Let's go. All night. Let's see. Jalen and Tatum both 24 and under. Congrats, Jimmy J. Well, guess what? Guess what? Ben Simmons is 24. I know Steph did not play well, but he was great in the last few minutes. He really was, and I'm glad he stepped up. I really am. Hey, shout out to my guy, Sean McQuestion, with the $9.99 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy, and thank you for being a channel member and one of my guys. We got a lot of members, and my guy, Sean McQuestion, always showing love and support. Says, congrats on 1 year, RB. I'm excited for this season and loving the new setup. Hey, appreciate it, my guy. 1 year today ago is when we made our first YouTube video, and here we are, man. The channel's grown. We got big things coming to the channel. Shout out to all the people that like, comment, subscribe, support. Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you, Sean. Let's go. But hey, let me know in the chat, guys. what is one thing that you saw tonight that you really did not like? We're going to be on here probably for another 20, 30 minutes. Let me know what you guys did not like tonight. What is the one takeaway, or maybe give me one good takeaway and give me a bad takeaway. What did you guys see that was like, this is what we need more of? This is what I've been looking for. And let me know one thing where, we got to fix this. This has to get fixed. Let me know in the chat. Same plays happened, feeding Embiid, and it worked. I hear you, Ron. Joel Embiid took it upon himself. Now, I'll be honest with you and the chat. There was a time in this game where I literally said it. I'm like, the Wizards are going to keep doubling Embiid. They took the pressure off in the fourth a little bit. I didn't know why. He was still fighting for his buckets, but of course you're going to throw two men at him every time. Now, some of the outlet passes, I feel like we got to get our guys in a little better position because Embiid was trying to throw it across the court. He was getting hit by all angles, so I feel like we got to have our shooters in position. But, man, that's just how I'm feeling. Same place happened, feeding Embiid, and it worked. I read that. What's up with Matisse Thybulle? I believe that Matisse is hurt because he did get hurt in camp. I think he had a sprained knee or something. And Doc said a couple days ago that it's going to take time to work him back in, so I think we'll be all right. Tobias is my favorite player by far. He's better not get traded. Well, Tobias is going to have to step up, man, because this year, how I'm feeling with Tobias Harris is if he doesn't perform, if he's not that consistent finisher and that score that we need, at least 16, 18 off the bench, well, guess what? There's nothing else we can say, man. There's really nothing else we can say because he's with Doc. And let's see how the system prevails. But, man, if this team can win games like this, imagine what's going to happen. And shout out to all the members in the chat. Shout out to all the subs. Everybody, man. Appreciate you guys. They need to give T-Max more minutes if they want to develop him. Exactly. And don't forget, Tyrese Maxey was drafted a month ago. Tyrese Maxey was late to camp because of the virus. So, again, we got to work these guys in. They got the Knicks and Cavs next. They're going to start 3-0. I think they should start 3-0, but here's what I'll say. Those games could be trap games, and I think we got to come out and just dominate early. That's my opinion. Adrian says, I love the bench. I agree. The Wizards fans always come when they're up. And look, man, I'm just happy we beat the Wizards. It's like, I feel like that team always gives us a tough ride. And now with Westbrook, and Westbrook was chirping. Oh, man, I loved it. I really loved it. Woo! Shout out to everybody in the chat. We still got 280 up in here. Shout out to my guy, Philly Talk Podcast. Appreciate the $2 super chat. My guy says, I'll take it. It's only the first game. I agree, man. Like I said, it's going to take us time. It's going to take us 10, 20 games to really get into our element. But at the end of the day, this team went out and won a gritty type of game against a team that has essentially 2 stars. And I'll take that. In the big moments, we showed up. And we did what we had to, man. So I'm really excited about this team. I saw what I needed to see from a lot of people. Again, there's some weak spots, but those will come in time. Doc's going to – Doc, I didn't hear the post-game press conference. Doc probably talked about it. Like, this team is just – for us to shoot 28% from three-point range, for us to take less shots, and to win this game, it's special, man. Shout out to my guy, Ader Navarro says, yo, those jerseys from the AI era are the bomb. Appreciate the $5 super chat, my guy. You were in the live play-by-play. And I know, man, hold up. Let me get your thing off 1 second. Look, first time wearing this jersey. Hey, let me know down below. Let me know in the chat right now, guys. Should I rep this jersey for every home game? Because right now, this is the first time I wore it. We are 1-0 in the jersey, man. Bro, this jersey, I had this as a kid. And growing up, I had to get it again because this is my favorite jersey. And we are 1-0 in this jersey. So let me know down below. Oh, man. Shout out to everyone. Appreciate that, Navarro. Oh, man. Woo. George says, good takeaway. Maxey will be starting by the end of the year. You heard it here first. Look, I hear you. I think Tyrese or Shake could be starting. I've been saying I like Seth coming off the bench. I just don't know how much Doc wants to mess with this thing he has going on right now. But, yeah. Ben's being aggressive, then he put on the brakes. Exactly. And then in the fourth, he showed up on defense, but he's got to stay downhill. Keep running it downhill. That's how I'm feeling. I didn't like the second or third quarter from the starters. Pick and roll defense was terrible. I agree. I like seeing a great bench. I disliked our third quarter. There you go. I love it. Love it. I completely agree. One takeaway, we need better post passing from Embiid for our shooters to finish. Yep. Got to hit the outlets, and we got to find our spaces on the floor, man. Tobias must be traded. Ben dribbling to the hoop, then jumping past out to the perimeter. I know, man, because doesn't it seem to you guys, let me know, doesn't it seem like every time Ben goes downhill, like they know what he's doing, and it's still hard to stop him. It's crazy, man. Harris has to get it together. Let's see, man. Jason says, it is impossible for Toby to play up to his contract. Impossible. And Jason, you're exactly right. But here's the thing, and I have to keep stressing this to people. I think we all can realize, like, I don't think there's any Sixers fans that'll tell you that Toby is a max player. He's not. But here's the thing. When Jimmy Butler left, we said to ourselves, Tobias Harris has to stay because we just traded all these assets. We went full forced. And we're not going to let both of them go. I think that's why we offered the extra to Tobias. In addition, he should have been an all-star with the Clippers, averaging over 21 points. But we knew he was not a max player. I think he really sold that. Like his agent, which is his dad, sold it. But look, man, Tobias is going to be nothing more than a 16, I'm hoping an 18-point game, maybe 20 off the bench. If he can be a 20-point scorer, that's all I'm asking for with Tobias. But he's got to be consistent. He's got to be consistent, man. He can't keep doing this. I mean, come on, man. 3 for 3 to start the game, and you go 3 for 13? Come on, Toby. You got to be better than that, man. These boys look up to you. You're a leader on this floor. Come on. Let's see, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in here, no matter where you guys are from, what team you like. We love talking sports. Imagine if we traded Rich to the Hornets for Terry Rozier. That'd be crazy. Everyone talking about Toby, but Danny Green was 0 for 4 with 2 points. Danny was slow, man. He was not good. Embiid was a monster tonight, and if Seth hits his shots, he can be a factor. Hey, let me tell you, Superhero, I agree. And if Joe, I did see a lot of dribble handoffs and a lot of pick and roll early, and I think that's going to be our identity. I love the mid-range pick and roll with Ben and Joe because if you guys used to watch or if you know about Doc Rivers with Rondo, he used to do that all the time because Rondo couldn't shoot either. But it makes like it gives Ben Simmons flexibility and leverage to be able to put up the shots from short. And even Ben did shoot a shot from the elbow early, but I want to see more of it. Sixers have a half-court offense. Will Ben ever shoot? I don't know, man. I don't know. Definitely the best bench we've ever had. Look, we've been calling this, man. I'm telling you, being a balanced team, having a second unit that can play, this is how you go deep in the playoffs. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. And Doc's always had it. Always had it. Toby, 3 for 13, needs to step up. Joe, Maxey, and Milton did step up. Exactly. I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Dwight Howard. Like, to sign him, do you guys realize something? Actually, I just put it together in my head. You know, I didn't have much time to think about stuff, but man, are you telling me that Al Horford being paid over $100 million did less than Dwight Howard for $2 million? Let me know if I'm crazy in the chat. That's really what I'm thinking right now. $2 million and Dwight Howard did everything we needed and more than Al Horford. That's actually crazy. Oh, man. That's wild. That's wild. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I just really how I feel. And we got 330 in the chat. Guys, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe, man. Let's get it to 150 likes. Shout out to everybody up in here, man. It helps out the channel. Woo! We got 122 likes in here. Everybody hit that like, man. The Shake and Maxey duo off the bench is looking goated. It really is. That is a 1-2 punch, man. I love it. Sixers got the Knicks, Cavs, Raptors, Magic, and then the Hornets up ahead. Those are all winnable games. They really are. All winnable games. Shout out to the boy Josh's RB's a GOAT. 2021 is your year. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. Let's keep grinding. Love the adjustments from Doc to free up and give space to Embiid in crunch time. Exactly. In the fourth quarter, all I kept saying is like the spacing, like this. It was just nice to watch. And one thing I did notice, man, and this goes underrated by a lot of people, Doc Rivers, when we got in a bad stretch, he called a timeout. He stopped the pace of play, and so did the Wizards, but so did we. And I feel like Brett never used to do that, man. This is just crazy that I'm up here. And if you guys were here on the channel when we had, 1,000 subscribers a couple months ago, and we're yelling, we're screaming after the Sixers post-game, Sixers playoff post-games, and like, now it just seems like we can be the team. Like, we've taken a step, man, and it's all coming together, so. Rick says, yes, wear the jersey for every home game. No, don't. What player is it you're wearing? Hey, you already know, man. AI, baby. AI. Only against the good teams we will win against all the good competition. Wear for home games. Have to go see it. Have a good one, Mike. Shake's only making 1.8 million is our second best scorer in the half court. Shake can create his own shot. And the thing about Shake that stepped up to me is that Shake is in shape. Shake is in shape. I didn't see Shake getting blown by a lot, man. Honestly. Homework for Tobias. All right, so let's see. Sean says, I'd be stoked if you proudly display your Kyle O'Quinn jersey. Let's see. Got to rep the answer every home game. You got to break it out. As long as we're winning, I got you. No Horford makes it worth it. I agree. Well, let's get that. Hey, how this camera doesn't, like the light gets on it sometimes. Joel Embiid, I had much more space. Get me the ball and let me do what I do best. I love it, man. Like I've been saying, my biggest takeaway for this year is we are going to see our stars take that next step. We are going to see our stars actually play under a different coach. And I've been waiting for this. We might see MVP like Embiid this year under Doc Rivers. It is what it is, man. It is. A lot of people love to come at me about Ben and Joe. And what I say to them is, you have only seen them for 3 years together under Brett Brown. I'm sorry, man. Brett was a great guy, but not a basketball coach. Yo, this is a crazy comment. Bronny, thank you for bringing this to my attention because Robin Lopez hit a 3 this game, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, how did Robin Lopez hit a 3? Has Brooke been giving him lessons? And he says Robin Lopez hit more threes than Green and Tobias. That's crazy. Wow. For us to shoot almost 20% less, almost 20% less from 3 and win this game is sensational, man. We were a beast in the paint. We had 52 points in the paint. It's crazy, man. I hate people getting mad after one game going after Ben. Yeah, it's Jackson. It's literally the Philly fan base, and that's why I'm laughing because now I have a record of it. Now I'm going to be doing live commentaries every game and post games. And now I can really get that sense of like who it's funny. Like one day we're going to hear trade Ben. One day we're going to hear trade Joe. One day we're going to hear trade Tobias. It's crazy, man. All I'm saying is give it some time. Be happy that we won this game. And I love it, man. Shout out to all 333 in here. This might be the most we've ever had for a post game, man. It's only going to keep getting bigger and growing. Shout out to Sixers Nation, man. Shout out to Sixers Nation. We're building something special. Rick Bennett says, Ben Simmons says Dwight is pushing him to be great and pushed him to go back on the court after the game to put up more shots. I love it, man. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Georgios, what's up? Dylan, I'm not mad. I wanted to see a clear performance. I hear you, man. I hear you. Jason says, similar players to Tobias are making like 20 mil. I don't hate the player. I just hate the contract. Exactly. I agree. Hey, shout out to Drummer Boy, our newest Fire Take channel member. Give him a yes, sir, in the chat. Yes, sir. My guy, Drummer Boy, man. I think Drummer Boy, how long you been on this channel, man? Today marks 1 year. You've had to have been here since I was at like 100 subscribers, man. I appreciate you. The men shows way too much heart and energy, way more heart and energy than the starters. I loved how they were playing, man. Trade Toby for Levine. Imagine if that could happen. Toby's been bad. I would bench him in a heartbeat and swap Shaken and move Ben to power forward. This way you get shot creation and shooting. Look, I've been saying that Ben is naturally a 3. He is. And look, I'm telling you, Ben is a natural 3. And I think when he shoots, he's going to be that point forward, and he's going to need that shot creating guard next to him. And I think that's Shake Milton for the future. I do. Chicago is rebuilding. They aren't going to need Levine for a while. Look, I would love Levine. If he comes here, this team is title contender instantly. But it's going to be hard to get him. I'm just impressed that we won this game. I'm really happy that we won this game. And I think we could start out 3 or 4-0. I really do. Ben going downhill looked reckless at times. Maxey, on the other hand, looks smooth as silk. I love seeing Maxey and Howard on the floor. I love both of them. Howard is always in the right spots, and Maxey is just smooth, like you said. And I feel like Maxey is just stop and go, get under the basket, get to the baseline, get to the elbow. Like, he does what he needs to. And by the way, Tyrese Maxey shot a 3. I think it was in the first quarter. It looked good, man. Might have been the second quarter, but man. Derek says, RB, you're going to turn me into a Sixers fan, man. Derek, join the squad, man. Instead, I guess you would like the Pacers, right? Yeah. Look, Derek, come to the Sixers Nation, man. This is about to get special this year. I can't wait. Joel Embiid, I don't think anyone can stop me, especially with the mentality I have. Exactly. He came back, better shape, looking good, and I'm so excited, man. Al was supposed to be backup center, not in the lineup with Embiid. Right. But you can't pay a guy $100 million and have him be a backup. That was the problem. That was the problem. My guy, trust the process, says Joel. Imagine that. We are trusting the process, man. Need to add Matisse. Look, I'm telling you, what did I say a couple days ago, guys? I said, if you saw my video, hot take, the Sixers are going to be top 3 in defense this year. Now, we didn't show that tonight, but when you look at the defenders on this team, when we really get going and in sync, I don't see how we can't. Maxey, a steal. Glad to see your team and my team both win on the same night. Hey, shout out to you, Will. It's going to be a good matchup. Howard, definitely an asset for the Sixers. Dwight's D off the bench is going to be big all year long. And his energy. I like what I saw with Shake and Tyrese off the bench and are going to have a very big impact off the bench this season and for the future. Maxey will be the closer by the end of the season. You can write it down. Are y'all going to beat the Knicks next game? Don't sleep on anyone. Exactly. I'm not trying to sleep on anyone. I said this game was going to be a little bit hard, and it was. Came down to the wire. So, and didn't I say we would win by 6 or 7 points? Man, I'm good. Takeaway. Ben forgot to roll on the pick and roll. Yo, he did. That must come natural for him. He really did. Max, the Brett Brown hater, and he switches it to the Tyrese Maxey picks his Toby for Alec Burks. I love it, man. I love it. Oh, man. We're going to keep going for about another 5-10 minutes, then we're going to hop off here, but we do live commentaries during the Sixers games, and we're going to be doing live post games like this, post-game vids sometimes, and live call-in shows. Let me know sometime within the next couple games if you guys would want a live call-in for a post-game. Let me know. RB, those 1,000 sub streams were the best. Got a lot of anger out. Hey, Barn 5 knows it, man. He says that we used to rant, man, and we still do. But the Sixers are actually good now, so I'm excited. Ferk stepped up, hit a couple threes when we were down. 3 for 6, 3-point line. Nice game. Yeah. The thing about Furkan, it was early in the game. I think he missed an easy layup, and I think he missed an open 3. But after that, Furkan was all right. My problem was with Tobias missing 2 open 3s late in the game. That can't happen if you're a max player. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you guys could hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Ben says, love from Ireland, man. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. Shout out to, we got Ireland, we got Argentina, Australia, Brazil. We got everybody in the chat, man. What's going on? The Tobias I saw last year isn't kind of either. It seems like Tobias, even though he can average 18, it's always quiet. Like, he's got to step up in the big moments. So Sean says if Embiid is in top physical shape and his mind is right, he can win the MVP. Don't settle for all-star status. Look to be elite. Dang right, man. Dang right. Toby's the biggest liability on the squad. He's pressing because he knows he was overpaid. Wish we could ship him away for someone like John Wall or Lou Will. Interesting take. AI jersey, you already know, man. You already know, my guy. Everyone's going at Ben. He looked rusty, but at the end, his stats look good. And he did come up big in terms of defense in the big moments. But, he's got to be more consistent. Ben played so good. We only won because of his defense, and Ben would have had a better box score if Green and Toby hit their shot. It's crazy, man. Like, some people want to trade Toby. Some want to trade Ben. Some is here. Some is there. It's funny, man. Oh, man. I see the scores up here. So you guys said Boston won. Toronto got beat bad. Stan Van Gundy in New Orleans. Who else? You guys said, did you guys say Miami lost too? Yeah, Miami lost to Orlando. Wow. Crazy. Vinny says, I subbed. Appreciate it, Vinny. Shout out to you, my guy. Max the Brett Brown. Hater says, yes, sir. Drummer Boy is an OG. Emilio, what's going on? Hey. All right. My last thing to ask you guys is, look, well, give me a minute. I'm going to think about how I'm going to ask this question. Drummer Boy says 120-something thanks to DJ Eastwood. Hey, love it, man. And my guy DJ Eastwood, me and him are going to be collabing. We were going to tonight, but he had something to do, so man, Dwight's veteran presence is huge, and I'm loving him as a Sixer. You already know, man. We should leave Shake on the bench because he would bring a lot off the bench, and that's what I think we lacked last year. Yeah, I'll take Levine for Tobias now. There you go. I would love Levine, but hey, all right, let me ask you this. So we'll be out of here in about 5-10 minutes, but shout out to all 320 in the chat, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get it to 200. Man, let me ask you guys something. What were you, I would say, if you're one takeaway from this game, like what, at the end of the day, the one thing that stands out to you from this game, it could be a player, it could be a certain play, it could be how we played in a quarter. What is your biggest takeaway? And it could be good or bad. It could be good or bad. What is your biggest takeaway? And I want to hear what everyone says. I want to see if we got the optimists up in here, if we got the people looking for the future, if we got the let's calm down, it's just one game squad, if we got the championship squad. Let me hear in the chat, man. We'll get rid of Doug Peterson before Ben Simmons. Billy says, glad to see you're growing. I got a good feeling about this season. Appreciate you, my guy, and thank you for being a member. If we get Harden, the team is no longer deep, and that's what scares me. Exactly. And that's, you guys know something? That's why I'm saying send him to Brooklyn, please, because they're going to give up Dinwiddie. They're going to give up LeVert. They're going to give up all their depth to get James Harden. And look, I don't want to give up depth, man. I don't want to give it up. Derek says, Doc just looks like he has a much better grasp on the team. May not win it all this year, but you're serious contenders for years to come. Exactly. I agree. I'm just trying to take that step in the right direction and see our stars step up. Oh, man, what a night. My voice is going to have to get used to this, a play-by-play and then a stream after, but, man, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's see. Toby Thibault and a first to Chicago for Zach LaVine. Imagine that. Shout out to Donald Tillman says, I'm a Clippers fan, but your team is a title contender right now. Clippers, Sixers, Lakers, Celtics, Nets, and Bucks. Respect, my guy. Appreciate it. But all right, man, let's go ahead and so Dwight was first point on the Sixers. Yep. Let me go ahead and get these takeaways, these standouts. We'll read them for a couple minutes, and then we're about to hop off here. And then we don't play Christmas Eve or Christmas, so our next game we play Saturday and Sunday. We'll be live commentating both of them, doing live streams and all that stuff. So let's see, man. My feeling with Doc is that this team can and will only get better. My feeling with Brett was we can only get worse. You know, Jason, you've been giving some good comments, man. I completely agree. It was just washed out. And I feel like Doc was kind of washed out with the Clippers. Like he needed a change of scenery. We finally won a game we would normally lose in the past because we would be outcoached and lack discipline. Right on the beam. Shake Milton looking good. Man, we looked okay tonight. The Knicks suck. Ben and Dwight hung around postgame and practice shooting per Bleacher Report. I love it, man. I love it. Live show call gets my vote. I think we are 100% not trading for Harden. What did you think about Embiid tonight? Again, Joel Embiid did exactly what I expected him to. Played hard and I guess his pickup defense was a little bad sometimes, but other than that, I mean, he just played amazing. He brought this team back to life in the fourth, and he played excellent. He really did. And he's in shape. Ben, that's the one thing too. Embiid used to always fade off in the fourth when he used to get gas and tired, but I think he's in better shape now. So Ben had a pretty decent gameplay one in the last quarter, set up so many open threes that the team missed in the second and third quarters. Toby's the only one that needs to be traded. You guys need to realize that Ben is coming off of injury. We played one game and we are overreacting, as we always do, Barn, as we always do. I subbed. Hey, appreciate it. It's funny. MG Nas says, good win today, but Tobias was very garbage. Giannis lost the game on a free throw. Sixers not giving up. Third quarter points, awful. Ben Simmons pick and roll jumper. Exactly. First play of the game, and then he doesn't do it after. Crazy. The bench stood out for me. I can't wait for the team to develop chemistry. Yep. Chemistry, says Drummer Boy. After the third quarter, they did not give up. Did they do this under that coach who shall not be named? No, they did not, Rick. And I agree. Being in sync, passion, grit, toughness, winning a tight game, all these things stood out to me. We played garbage in the third. It's the first game. People always overreact. It's going to win a hard-fought, gritty game. Exactly. And look, we got 72 games. We got a long time to see what happens. We scored 113 in our third quarter was horrible. That's a good point, Barn. We did score 113. It's crazy. And 40 points in the fourth quarter. Go Sixers. Danny Green, terrible game. Trade Toby for a midget and LiAngelo Ball. The bench clearly outplayed his starting five in the first half. One standout was Embiid demanding the ball in the fourth and putting the team on his back and getting us back into the game. I love it. I love it, man. Shout out to everybody that's been around for the night. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to go until we hit 1 hour, so 2 more minutes. We're going to read these comments. Woo! Let Harden go to the Heat or the Nets. I agree. Doc did a huge job. Finally having a coach is huge, and even with Tobias is being really bad. Exactly. I noticed his basketball, but I noticed the Sixers jersey. Oh, by the way, about Doc, one thing I noticed too is like on the timeouts when we were playing bad, he was pissed. He got up. He was fired up. Even when the refs were messing up. Doc Rivers got on the red, like he was just going off. And I love that. Love that out of my coach. Ben needs to step up the next game. Notice Sixers jersey. Are you an Eagles fan? I am an Eagles fan. And I do think it's over for Wentz in Philly. I believe we had way too many fouls on the offensive end. That's a good sign. It's a shame Thibault is falling down. No. I don't think Thibault is falling down. I think he's just injured, and I think it's going to take some time to get him back into action. I love Matisse. I think Morey might trade him. A lot of shots missed tonight. Could have easily gone, and we struggled to contain Beal and Bertans going off. Yeah, but we stopped him in the big moments. I called that pass to Simmons for the dunk at the end. He becomes an option for clutch buckets if the Sixers run plays that misdirect the offense like a fake to Embiid. Yeah, and they slipped him. You're right. Takeaway, Doc is going to win 10 games for us coaching alone. Exactly, because he's going to win games like this. I agree. Refs were legit so bad. Love the pre-designed plays. Yeah, there were a few out of a timeout, and I thought the defensive adjustments were great as well. Pushing the shooters out. I saw us started to switch on some screens, and overall, we were trying to take the ball out of the Stars' hands. So, team is actually smart now. Harris bricks everything. This whole math equation right here is really getting me right now. I'm 4 hours into commentating stuff, so honestly, I don't even know what that says, but it looks so confusing that it's smart. It looks so confusing that it's smart somehow. It's like something I would see like in my algebra class. And like it would say like test options, it would test bank. Option A, option A 7, option B 6, option C 2.5, option D 1. Like honestly, man, that got me, man. Shout out to True Colors. Let's go Sixers. Yeah, Seth. Yep. Hey, shout out to my guy, the Daily Drip with the 199 super chat. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. Another one of my guys who we got to get up on a post-game live stream or something soon. Says good stuff, RB. Going live as soon as you're done. Hey, you guys know where to tune over after this, man. It's my dude. The refs hate us. Ben's not that guy. Same exact player every single year. I think the lineup will be Ben, Seth, Shake, Green, and Embiid. Have Tobias as the sixth man. That'd be interesting. Interesting. Shake and Furkan making plays off the bench. Seth was clutch in the end. Can't wait for the team to mesh. Yeah, at the end of the day, man, look, we're about to get out of here, but my final takeaway, look, Sixers win a game 113-107, 1-0 on the season, 1-0 at home. And this team, even in the tough moments and the adversity, they meshed together. They came together. Joel Embiid just stepping up in the fourth. Big defensive plays, and we beat a team with Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, and we stepped up big time. Doc Rivers, you saw the impact these guys are buying it. These boys are buying in. And at the end of the day, even with all the weak spots, even though we shot 28% from three, we managed to find a way to win this game, man. It's crazy. And I'm excited. We got to take care of business going forward, but let's see what happens, man. Thibault should take all of Scott's minutes. Love that Thibault plays hard. D is going to miss his minutes. Look, Thibault will be in the rotation. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let's see. Last 5 minutes, Curry running the offense was amazing. I agree. I'm a Saints fan. So confusing. It's smart. That math equation is confusing me. Oh, man. Look, I did a 3-hour live play-by-play, which we'll be doing for every game. And I did a whole hour live stream. Look, I'm tired. I'm hungry, man. But hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Look, Sixers Nation, we are going up this year. I appreciate everybody for all the love and support. I think we gained 150 subs tonight. This is the 1-year anniversary of our first vid, and we are going to continue going up. Shout out to everybody. Sixers get a win. All 300 of you. Have a great night. Go to sleep knowing that the Sixers have a win in the scoreboard. Let's go, man. Everybody have a great night, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Everybody clap your hands, man. Everybody clap your hands. Let's go Sixers, man. Philly unite. Have a good one. I'll catch you on the next one. Merry Christmas, too. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. Hey, hope you guys get everything you want, and I know I got what I want, and that's 1-0. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace.